So starting the test drive here in this Whipple Supercharged Silverado 1500. I'm just getting started and this thing is whining like crazy. I just can't wait to really get on it. What I like about it is it's not necessarily like a Hellcat whine where it's super loud and obnoxious, which I kind of appreciate, but it's nice and clean. And it's just a really, really fresh sound that comes from the engine bay. Now, no one's behind me right now, so I'm gonna give myself a little space. I have the truck in sport mode, so I'm gonna go ahead and floor it now. Wow. I mean, that's freaking nuts. That is nuts. Gosh, all right, let me take it off of that. That's all you guys get. No, I'm kidding, but oh my gosh. That's insane. It's just so, wow. Supercharger is just so much fun, I think. But I mean, that was crazy. Acceleration is fantastic, and then you kind of get this thing up to speed, get the cruise going, and let's see what our fuel economy is showing. So it's showing us that right around what you would expect from a 6.2. You're still getting around 22 miles per gallon. I mean, just a very impressive accelerating truck. And with the, you know, the lowrider suspension and all of that, ride isn't terrible. And honestly, it's just a little shaky, but still super comfortable like you'd expect from an LTZ. It rides like a lowrider truck. And especially with the 22s, I'm pretty impressed that the ride isn't worse. But I mean, my goodness, that acceleration was just insane. Now with this truck, what's crazy is it just, especially coming from a stop, you almost feel like you're getting too much from the Supercharger when you give it just a little bit of throttle. Now, you gotta know how to drive with one of these to really, I think, utilize it to the fullest, which I don't have a lot of experience with specifically aftermarket superchargers, but I mean, it's nuts how much power this thing is giving me on tap. It's just, it just makes me laugh. But I definitely think this will be a good buy just because all of the work has been done here. The suspension, the supercharger, just everything from the tint. This thing is spec'd out perfectly in my opinion. If I was a truck guy, I'd say if I was a gas-powered truck guy, this would be my go-to. But I mean, even just trying to go full electric with my fleet, this makes me want to trade in my Mach-E to get one of these. It's just so much fun. And then you still have the practicality of a full-size Silverado as well. And then the luxury amenities of the LTZ trim level. I should say a loaded-out LTZ. But having that bigger 6.2 liter V8 and this supercharger is a perfect match, I think. And then again, you're still getting decent fuel economy for a truck like this when you're not putting your foot to the floor. I mean, this thing is just a wild truck. I'm so glad I was able to drive this. Again, we have this at Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro. And if you're in the market for something like this and the supercharger would just be the icing on the cake, you have to get this. But this will bring me to the end of my review of the supercharged 2021 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 LTZ.